bring
Did
that
you
up.
apologize for that?
No, fuck no. Why would I apologize?
I thought you had supper with him and you talked about it.
Yeah, I had supper with him. I didn't apologize. This is one of my frustrations. People get the facts wrong.
Sorry.
It's okay. But, it's not whether I had dinner with him. It's what I said about him after dinner. Right.
Bill Maher decided to bring a few woke guests onto his show. And yeah, Chris Christie was one of them. But Christie isn't the one who ends up in the hot seat. The real fireworks happen when Bill Maher locks onto this other woman on the panel. I believe her name is Krista Freeland. And she comes at him hard, basically accusing him of rolling over and apologizing to Donald Trump. That does not sit well with Bill Maher, not even a little bit. He fires back immediately, making it crystal clear that he never apologized to Trump, not once, not ever, and he is not about to let that narrative slide. So buckle up, because we're jumping straight into this clip where Bill Maher goes toe to toe with this woke panelist who decided to take a shot at him over his history with Donald Trump. And let's just say he doesn't hold back. He puts her in her place right there, live on Real Time with Bill Maher. Let's get into it.
That he never changed one bit from when he sued me. Remember with the girl with the orangutan thing? And let's not bring that up.
Did you apologize for that?
No, fuck no. Why would I apologize?
I thought you had supper with him and you talked about it.
Yeah, I had supper with him. I didn't apologize. This is one of my frustrations. People get the facts wrong.
Sorry.
It's okay. But, it's not whether I had dinner with him. It's what I said about him after dinner. Right. Which is I have never pulled a punch. I came back on the show and did what I always did. Some people stopped watching the show because I had dinner with him. If you watch the show, who's harder on him than I? No one. So, no, I didn't apologize.
And by the way, why shouldn't you do that?
Exactly.
Right? Like, why should...
And just like that, she completely folds. Now she's backpedaling hard, suddenly saying, "Oh yeah, I think it's great that you had dinner with Donald Trump." Like, come on, that is just embarrassing. These people have absolutely no spine whatsoever. But here's the thing, and I'll give credit where it's due. Bill Maher actually deserves some real respect here. Because unlike a lot of people in that space, he genuinely critiques both sides and he does it pretty fairly. Over the last few years especially, he's gotten significantly better at it. Did he have a solid case of TDS for a while there? Yeah, honestly, he did. But he pulled back from it, and at this point, I don't think it's driving him anymore. And look, the fact that he actually sat down and had dinner with Donald Trump, that alone says everything. Anyone still deep in TDS mode would never in a million years do that. They'd be terrified of getting canceled on the spot. So that move right there is genuinely respectable. His critiques of Trump these days come from a measured place, and that matters. Meanwhile, you've got people like this woman on the panel who are so far gone with TDS that the second you have dinner with Trump, you must be his biggest supporter. You must have groveled at his feet. The whole thing. Spineless doesn't even begin to cover it. And sure enough, she folds instantly and just lets Bill Maher completely walk all over her.
With our country right now is that families won't have dinner with each other if they disagree on politics. And by the way, you said that's one way he hasn't changed. I've known him for 24 years. What way has he changed?
No, none.
None. Like, he's basically the same person that I met in 2002.
No, being president does not change his MO at all.
The majesty of the responsibility has not weighed upon him.
But the idea that you're, no.
Yeah, sure. Everyone in that room is clapping and laughing it up at whatever Chris Christie just said. But let's slow down for a second and actually think about this. Christie's out here claiming that Donald Trump never changed, that he's always been exactly who he is. And you know what? He's not wrong about that. But here's what makes that argument fall completely apart. Before Trump ran for president, nobody had a problem with the guy. Not even close. Everybody loved him. He was showing up in rap videos, rubbing elbows with celebrities, and the entire left was practically fawning over him. He was a cultural icon. Then the moment he steps into the political arena and wins the presidency, it's like the whole world gets a sudden software update. And if you're not a Republican, the update says hate Donald Trump, effective immediately. Like, how does nobody stop and question that? How is that not the most obvious, glaring red flag about how manufactured this outrage really is? It's honestly mind-blowing how effortlessly people just switch their opinions on command without a single original thought behind it. And yet there they all are, laughing, clapping, feeling so smart. but every single one of them is just running the same program, fed to them by the same hive mind. No independent thinking, no self-awareness, just pure, mindless groupthink on full display.
The Constitution, that the president can't sue people or anybody or anything or his own government, which he's trying to do, suing the IRS, suing the Justice Department, because they didn't think. It would be like putting in a clause that said he can't turn into a werewolf. You know, it's like they just never thought it would come up.
Yeah, we can't get all over Adams and Madison over this one.
They
right?
just, there was no.
Who knew?
Okay, how would you grade Mayor Mamdani's handling of New York snowstorm last month? Well, you're in the area.
Yeah, I'd give him a C, because he seemed to move a bunch of the snow, but couldn't figure out how to do anything else when that was going on. He didn't pick up the garbage. You walk through, all my kids live in New York City. I've been there since the snowstorm. The garbage is piled up everywhere. But you know the one place, Bill, that is pristine? The garbage is gone, and there's no ice even on the sidewalk in front of Gracie Mansion.
Is that true?
It's absolutely true. And so like socialist, like take care of my thing first.
Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Right. I read this today in the paper. RFK says keto, the keto diet. You know what that is? Keto, like almost.
It's like only protein?
No, it's mostly fat.
And real quick, the whole Donnie situation, that's just politics doing what politics always does. Look, maybe I'm just too far down the black-pilled rabbit hole at this point, but what Bill Maher said about new boss, same as the old boss. That one actually hits different, because that's exactly how this machine operates every single time. These politicians come out swinging with all the right lines, all the right promises, everything carefully designed to get you fired up and pull that lever for them. But the second they lock in that power and settle into that office, those promises evaporate into thin air. It's the same cycle on repeat, no matter who's holding the title. Sure, maybe they knock out a small win here, or they're just to keep up appearances, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not moving mountains for you. They're not delivering real change, and they are absolutely not sitting around thinking about what's best for the everyday person. Left, right, Democrat, Republican, strip away the branding and they're all running the same playbook. And that's what's really starting to sink in. Trump was sold as the ultimate outsider, the America First guy who was going to flip the whole table. People rallied behind him hard on that vision. Less foreign entanglement, no more endless wars. And yet here we are, doing the exact same thing every administration before him did. Following the same script, serving the same interests. Every president who ever pushed back even slightly ended up paying the ultimate price for it. So at the end of the day, they're all the same man. Every single one of them.
Carbs.
No carbs.
It's fat.
A lot of butter.
Yes, it's you know what? It's what Jack LaLanne. Anybody remember Jack LaLanne? I mean, even before my time, but like in the 1950s, it was he and bodybuilding were saying. They were saying let's do, and it kind of came back into style. He's suggesting it cures schizophrenia.
Who would know better? Who would know better? Medical expert.
Okay.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Other items I just saw in the news. Pete Hegseth says the War Department, which we used to call the Defense Department, is going
Still
to.
do. Only they call it the War Department.
I mean, it is we used to call it that. George Washington called it that.
Yeah, a little bit different back then.
Yeah. Anyway, they're going to, whatever they are, they're going to cut ties with the Boy Scouts. I didn't know we had ties. I didn't know there was a liaison.
Do you think maybe the Boy Scouts asked them to do that?
No, I don't think so. I think this is coming. Well, first of all, the Boy Scouts did let in girls. That does seem crazy. That does seem crazy.
Didn't we have the Girl Scouts too?
The Girl Guides.
Of course.
Girl Guides.
Girl Guides, they are?
But why?
Yeah, right? It's Girl Guides, Boy Scouts, right?
No, it's Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies.
Am I missing something?
I mean, of course Chris Christie's brain goes straight to Girl Scout cookies the second Girl Scouts get mentioned. Honestly, the jokes just write themselves at this point. But real talk though, how exactly did we get to a place where girls are being let into the Boy Scouts? And look, how many times can we keep sitting here going, yeah, that's wild, before it just becomes background noise? Because at some point the shock wears off and it just becomes the new normal. And that might actually be the scariest part of all. We are living through genuinely bizarre times where the rules keep shifting. Logic keeps getting thrown out the window, and it really does feel like nobody at the top has the average person's best interest in mind. Maybe that's the black pill talking, but it's getting harder and harder to argue against it. Anyway, drop your thoughts in the comments below. What did you guys think about Bill Maher shutting down that woke panelist who tried to pin an apology to Donald Trump on him just because he sat down for dinner with the man? These people have zero interest in the truth. They just push whatever narrative fits their agenda. But Bill Maher wasn't having it. He stepped up, called it out, and put her right back in her place. And she absolutely knew it the moment it happened. So let me know what you think about Bill Maher going after this whole situation live on Real Time. Leave it in the comments. Let's talk about it.